Hello and welcome to ETS2. I'm going to do a game playthrough where I go from basically agency driver or owner or subby. Well, I don't know how different countries would call them, but over in the UK, if you drive a truck for a company you don't work for, you normally go through an agency. So you're normally an agency driver, so you're supplied to do a job. So um, how we start out, as we don't have a truck or anything, I've literally just set up this profile. I've done just on the normal process, done the first little job, which is from the starting town you want to start from, and I've chose Dover. So we've done, I think it was honey from Dover to Dover, just to get sorted and all the basics. So this is our first real job. I've chose Scania as my favourite truck, but I'm very torn between Scania and Mercedes, so I've just got Scania because there's a lot more choice. So anyway, as you can see, history, we're going to the history. Done one job there. There you go, Dover to Dover, beans, there we go, and we earned £317 with 91 XP, 0 miles, because it was literally nothing. So we come out of that, truck dealers, it'll automatically give us a Mercedes truck dealer, but as we can't do it because we actually only have about 300, well, we've got 2,000. But we've got an email. Let's have a quick look and see what the first email is. Brand new Scania trucks for sale. Here we go. This madam, we are certified retailer for Scania trucks. We offer a wide selection of different configurations. We can also perform customizations to accommodate your special wishes. Please visit the showroom in Manchester. So the nearest dealer is Manchester. That's right, the other end of the country. The truck you have always dreamt of might be waiting for you behind the door. Scania dealer. Right. So we're not going to do anything about that yet, because if we go to the bank, we can't even go to the bank because the bank won't offer us any money. So what we need to do now is get some jobs, run as an agency driver. Have to go quick jobs. We're starting in Dover. It's the only city we have. Once we start unlocking more cities, we'll be able to get some more agency jobs. What I'm going to try and do is probably accrue a fair old bit of money first. There's no point upgrading our garage or anything. We'll get a fair old bit of money behind us. Try and get enough so that we don't have to borrow too much from the bank to get our first truck. Probably going to be a very low level truck. May not be a Scania. It depends. We might find another dealer before we get to that point of buying our first truck and become an owner driver, which would be the next stage on, which would be a driver that owns his own truck and then gets contracts for other companies to deliver their product. But what our big goal is actually try and become international. Try and have a garage in at least one of every country in the map, which is a fair old few, because yeah, we got, well, we'll have to go around and we'll count up. I'm going to count up the countries when I'm not recording because that would probably be boring, but that would give us an idea of how many dealers or how many depots to be international, one in each country. And when we get a country, we then got to look at whereabouts we want to be. Do we want central? Do we want to be near the borders? Little countries like Sweden here, there's only 3 choices. Not really too much. Luxembourg, 1. That's going to be easy. We'll be picking Luxembourg. Belgium, there's only 2. So, yeah, and Netherlands, 3. So, some of the countries, there's not going to be that much choice. They're here, like these islands. Do we choose these islands or do we choose the mainland? So, but that's a long way off in the future. So, let's find a job from Dover. We have no special skills, no points in anything, so we can choose anything really. And I think all we're going to have is plain standard deliveries, nothing fancy. So like Scania, Dover to Paris, it's given us 3-1. So really what we want to look at is try and find one that's going to give us the most money. So here we go, look, we got a DAF, we're ventilation staff, same again, Dover to Paris. It's going to take us across the water, most of them I think. to get the most money. We have got a Felixstowe there with tyres, which could be on a flatbed tyres or it could be on a curtain side. We ain't even going to know what the trailer looks like. So we're looking at, so we've got 3142 there. Do we want to stay in England or do we want to go across the water? That one's 141 miles, that one's 149 miles, but we have got a 37-mile ferry crossing, which is not going to cost us anything at the moment because it will be all covered by the company we're driving for. So I think we'll take the ventilation shaft. That'll give us a flatbed with a ventilation shaft on the back, normally a square one. If you've played the game before, you'll probably know most of the vanilla loads. So we're going to go from TNT to PSA. I have got a couple of mods in there that give me real companies and on the trailers and normally on the buildings. So we're going to take this job. We'll automatically jump into the truck. So there's not a lot for us to do. We'll have a quick drink of my coffee. I have got on, for when we do get our own truck, fatigue. I have got on speeding offences or fines or any offences. So accident damage. I've tried to get everything as real as possible. I'm going to try and keep to all the speed limits because if I don't, I will get speeding fine. Cool. So, and I do use track IR so we can have a look around. And a nice DAF. Let's have a quick look on the outside. There we go. DAF XF with a flatbed with a couple of ventilation shafts on. So let's start her up. And we'll put side lights on. I have no idea what the gearbox is going to be on this. So let's have a look, see. Right, so 6. Alright, it's just a 6-speed by the looks of it. Take the handbrake off and not put it on. Oh, and I am manual shifting. I'm not using auto. Now this truck's got a sat nav. We may find when we get our first one, we may not be able to afford a sat nav. So and what we'll try and do everywhere we go, as we're an agency driver, we'll try and pick up anything we come across, agencies, dealers. So that will give us more choice of trucks when we get money, and when we get to a point when we start getting drivers of our own, the more agencies we've got, the more choice we're going to have. Oh, stalled it. Six speed, don't pull away in second. I could jump in and have a look at what gearbox is in this and try and change the shift pattern accordingly, but as we're only going to be jumping in loads of different trucks, I can't see it's going to be quite a pain. What we're probably going to do on this first episode, almost. You'll let me go. Thank you very much. My blind spot there on my A pillar. Need to keep an eye on that. And that one. Yeah, so have to keep an eye out. I need to come across. They're not going to let me, are they? There we go. So we're not taking the ferry, by the looks of it. So we're going to be taking the train. Try and keep to the speed limit as it's 30. Let's set the cruise. Ticket, not this early on. I haven't got a lot of money. We need to make sure we don't want to get incur any costs that are going to take away from the profit. So, because at the moment, all the jobs we do are going to basically be 100% profit. When we get on owner driver, then you'll start coming into fuel costs and repair costs, just some basic maintenance costs as well. Because say repair, you'll have to go and repair, you'll have to, because you need tyre wear and engine wear and stuff like that. So, right, it's taken me a little while to get used to a right-hand driving in, because in my other game, I'm on a left-hand drive. Oh, let's crack this up. Get up to 56. Give ourselves a bit of a leeway. There we go. Set at 56. That'll give it there. Keep us good. It's not a bad motor. This picks up quite well. This DAF FX XF. Sorry, FX. Yeah. DAF Special Effects. DAF XF. Don't know what motor's in it, but it pulls quite well. Then again, it's probably not a heavy load. I've not really looked at the characteristics of the. Or I didn't look at the weight of the trailer, but we'll find out when we get to Paris and we deliver it. Not too worried. Yeah, we should be getting near the docks, which are just around here. Well, not the docks, the train. We're taking the Channel Tunnel. So we're going to be taking the freight train. Nothing coming. We're all clear to go. And then we want to take the one that's green for trucks. So not that one. And the second one. That one's trucks and the next one's cars. There we go. Let her run away, and we'll just slip on the train here in front of that. DAF XF. Handbrake on, turn her off, and then we choose Calais. So that's 35 minutes. £263, but we won't pay that. That comes from the contractor, pays that, and all the fuel. We don't have to, no overheads at all. We're just driving. So we'll just wait to get to Calais, and then we can make our way off the train. We're ready to rock and roll. There we go. Right then. So we've got to remember now we're going to be on the wrong side. Well, we're going to be on the wrong side of the road with the cab. Look from the outside. Not bad looking motor, are they? I quite like the DEFs. The DEFs are not bad. I like the new MAN TGX as well. Can't have them all. You have to choose one. To be honest with you, the Scania is a good looking truck, and with the new one coming out, I know the MAN's just come out, but it's not got the engine size. Now we want to sort of move on and be able to do heavy haul and stuff like that. So we're going to need one that has a really good, some nice large engines. The Volvo has some good engines. Oh, I'm just going a bit fast there. Good job there's not a lot of police around. Back to 19 it should be, as we're on the in the freight terminal. There we go, terminal. That's what I want, not port. Keep wanting to say port, but that would be the docks. It's a terminal. It's the train. So yeah, we'll get there in the end. Yeah, no personalisation in the cab, says it's not our truck. Make sure we watch the other way this time, aren't we? Yeah. Nice. A nice flow of traffic coming now, haven't we? We could have done without. They're not exactly going fast and over, are they? I suppose, yeah, it's the port, isn't it? Terminal. Terminal. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be on a port or terminal then, aren't I? Anyway. It's now 12:05. They reckon we're going to get there at 2:46, so we're looking at about just under 3 hours, and we've got about 120 mile. When we do get international, well, when we look at buying our first truck, it's going to be one of those, are we going to go with a right drive, go with a left hand drive? This depends on where we're going to do most of our work to start with. Do we want to branch straight out to Europe, or are we going to just run the UK? As we're at Dover, we're really probably looking at doing international work, aren't we? But that's something we need to look at later when we've accrued some money. You gonna let me out? Thank you very much. There we go. Get her up to the top, and then let's get to about 56. Lock it off on the cruise. There we go, 56. So I have set up the advanced suspension and stability in the console. If you search for Squirrel, he has a video on how to use the console to set up the advanced suspension, like trailer stability, and it's because you've got trailer stability in the settings, but you haven't got the truck and the suspension stiffness. So it shows you how to do it, because I have mine. I find if it's on at full, it's too unstable, not realistic enough. Used to be class 1 driver, so there are certain corners I know you can go around, and the on this, it would tip over. But depending on what load you got, if you've got a heavy load, it would be it's quite right. So I've set mine at my own settings. Excuse me. I'll put my settings in the description. So if you want to try using those, you can. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. So a lot of people play auto. I love to play manual. I have played auto before. It does make life a lot easier. I had to play auto when my shifter stopped working. He's getting very slow, isn't he? Gonna go around you and get out. If I can get out there. Now. Go! Power! There we go. Cruise back going again. Pull back in. Lovely. Nice clean overtake. So anyway, yeah, I'll put my settings I've got in the description. I'll put a list of the mods I'm running. I'm using the ProMods Trailer mods with the companies, and now I'm using a real company mod, and I've got a real fridge name mod as well. So when we pick up refrigerate trailers, they should say the right names like Thermo King and that sort of thing, instead of the vanilla names that are put in, because they can't put them in. Any other mods I'm running, I'll put in there. I'm using the RJ. I've got the RJL Scania ones in there. I've got the SISL interior mods, so when we do get around to buying our own truck and we want to personalise it, we can. So I've got a few, not loads. I've got no map mods in at the moment. I can add them later if I want, like ProMods or Rust Map or some regions. I've got those so they work on one of my other profiles, so these could add into here if we find that we want a bit more distance or go somewhere else. But at the moment, the vanilla map is more than adequate. I have got a couple of small little ones that can be popped in, like Paris Rebuild and the Swedish Islands, so we could just add those in just to make it a little bit more, but I'm just going to stick with how is it at the moment, and we'll go from there, because we've got a lot of roads we can cover way before we're going to get that far on. So we're still just trying to get together some money just to be able to afford a first truck and run our first truck without having to have too much of a bank loan, so we're not forever paying finance, well, interest payments. I don't want to pay interest payments on our loan if I can afford to get the money together to buy my own truck, sort of near enough cost me nothing. If I can have all the money together myself, that's less overheads, isn't it? And then the jobs we got will be pulling in 100% profits hit for wear and tear on the truck. Right, so we're getting close. We're 40 mile away, just under an hour. I was going to overtake them, but that car doesn't seem to want to overtake that truck. Not really paying too much attention to the sat nav, because really, if we're heading to Paris, there's going to be no real pull-off. It's only when we get nearer that we're going to need to know where we're going. So now the coach has decided he's just going to pull up the side. It does make it easier if you're in the left hooker. If we take a job from this side of the water, I'm sure we'll be in a left-hand drive lorry, and not a right-hand drive. Go to the auto tow again. Selling to there you go, paid by employer. 39. Coming off for this one for Paris, so we'll stay in this lane. I need to indicate because this lane spurs off right anyway. Try and get through these without any damages. I'm saying now I'm going to end up clouting something now, aren't I? Come on, mate. There we go. There we go, that'll do. Set the cruise, we're not far off, 16 mile. We've got outside lanes coming in. I think we're getting close. What I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to have a quick check of the map and see if there's any points we need to pick up before we do a drop, because we've probably got time and we won't be late on the job. So we're going to have a quick look at the map. Should have done this before we left. Trip time 30 minutes, distance 6 mile. So yeah, we're not actually going anywhere into Paris. PSA's on the outskirts. There's a garage there. We can't afford to get that, but that'll let us know. So really, there's not a lot we can do. If we'd been coming into Paris, we could have probably picked up these here, but there's no point doing the detour in there because that's a long way round, and that could have made us late for our job. So excuse me, we will just carry on, get this one dropped, get our monies, and then probably look at grabbing another quick job. We could probably grab one from Paris, as we will have hopefully we'll have opened Paris. I haven't seen it pop up yet, so I don't think it's registered that we've been to Paris, because we're on the outskirts, which means we're probably going to have to do another one from Dover, which is a bit of a downer. Oh, and we caught the red. I have got a mod that takes away the barriers, but I think I'll keep the barriers because sometimes if the sat nav's not clear enough, you can sometimes miss them driving into them. So I'll leave those there. I have got one that changes well. You will see when you'll see when we get there. Well, we did at the docks. You don't have the big floating signs. There's just like a little white X on the floor, which is your points that you need to activate, and then you'll see when we're delivering that instead of there being the flashing icon for your park bay, there's just 2 lines on the ground to indicate your park bay. There's a few of them out there, different ones. I quite like this one. It's quite subtle, but yeah. So we're getting close. PSA, there's a sign for our delivery. There we go, Paris discovered. Excellent. So we can take a job from Paris now, purely because there we go, we've gone past the Paris depot, if as and when we want to buy a depot in Paris. And our delivery is not here, it's just off this roundabout. You indicate the round, you're not. curb there, but nothing too major. Coming onto this roundabout as the gates are closed there, and the other side, so we should be all good. There we go. See the little cross on the ground there? That's our activation point. There we go. Now brake on. So, excuse me. Right, so it looks so it's near enough, just in front of us over there. So, and that's the big one. So we'll go with that. There it is, just by the fence. So that's easy enough. We'll just go in the yard and do a really wide swing round. And then we should have to sort of straighten up as we're reversing. Give yourself as much room as possible. No point cutting yourself short on roam. The wheels come into the bay. There we go. Right, there we go. Lovely. All good. Drop trailer. And we're done. There we go. Excellent. Distance driven, 151, 5 hours 16, 21 gallons. Cost us nothing basically. Base rewards. Money, just over 3 grand. Hey, nearly 300 XP. So we've leveled up now. We've done level 1, so we'll have our first point. So we'll click continue. So what we want is something that's going to give us good money. So long distance, that give us, I think, over 2 miles 7. So I think what we do long distance, or do we want to go with 3 and 20, 5 and 22, 5 and 18, 5 and 25. So 5% higher on delivery distance longer than 155, or 25 minutes bonus delivery distance longer than. Alright, so you get 5% reward and 25% bonus experience. We'll go with the long distance one, just so that we know anything over 215 mile, or anything over 155 mile, we're going to start getting a better reward and a bit of bonus. So we've got another email. Let's check this email. This is probably going to be from the bank. Yep. Yes, madam, we thought you might like to know that we can offer you a favourable loan on a new businesses. Do you need funding for business running? Do you need funding to get your business running? We're here to help. Please visit. So, do you know what I don't? Let's go to the bank. Right, so we can borrow 87,500. So. Problem is with that is, let's have a look at the first entry level truck. So we'll go there, visit dealer, because we can't go online yet because we don't own multiple vehicles. So yeah, look, 87. So the entry level truck is 98 anyway, so we can't even afford it. So we need to buy new ones anyway. And what we got? 4.2 normal right drive, 360, that's a small engine, nothing special. Not a bad truck, nice little truck, but yeah, we can start with that. But if we know we're looking at 100,000, if we can get a lot more money, and so my money, I've only got 5,000 really, so we'll leave there. Think the bank anyway. We want to leave there. Yep, we want to leave the dealership. Right, so that's the first proper job done. So now we start to get a few more things highlighting up here. The trailer dealerships, we won't get them yet. Upgrades and stuff like that. So progress, we look in here. I'll show two jobs. So yeah, with a skill level, you just in that all there. So anyway, let's have a quick look at what we can do for the next job. So what we'll do, we'll try and find another job. We'll call it quits because it's been a good half an hour. I think this will do, and then we'll move on. We'll do another job on the next one. Don't want to make this too long because they'll just get too much, too drowning. So we'll have a quick look at the job market, just see if we can see anything ready for the next one. And we can choose from Paris or from Dover. So let's go Paris. Paris back to Dover 3.8. Paris to Dover 3.1. Paris to Dover 3.2. MA in. Oh, Paris to Le Mans. Le Mans. Lille. Calais. Calais. See, I might. I know it's not a bit all the money. See, it's just heavy cargo, but we don't get anything for that. But we need to look at distance, don't we? So let's say Calais. Let's find a 3.2 Calais. Is that over? Yes, it's not over 155, and we're further out. So we don't want to come from Fage because that's going to give us. So what's that? 148. So we're going to look at 142, 38. So we might have to go back to Dover, you know. 155. And so it's over 155. Let's have a look at that one. Does that give us any more? It's 155 as well, but it's from where we were, isn't it? I think what we're going to end up doing is Dover. Actually, we go Calais. We've got 3 there. Honey, olives, 3.2. Right. Okay. We could look at going somewhere else like Le Havre. We could look at just opening up rooms, get some small ones done. Doesn't really matter where we start. Actually, let's go back to Dover. See what we've got. Dover, Southampton, 145. Felixstowe, 141. Brussels, what we got? 136. Cambridge, 130. Let's finish. Right, okay, we're going to leave it. When we come back, we can refresh the jobs and we'll see if we can find something else. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. If you've got any ideas or anything you think I'm missing or something like that, let me know. If you don't want to miss the next one or the following ones, subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, unlike it. But if you unlike it, let me know. Let me know why you didn't like it. Am I boring? Am I voice droll? Am I not? You know what I mean? Just so I know what's going on. I'm not doing this for money or anything like this. I just do this because I enjoy the game. But if I can make it more interesting for other people, it'd be good. So until next time, thank you for watching. And we'll catch you trucking on our next job. We'll see where we can go. See if we go back into France or whether we're going to carry on up the UK. So until next time, happy trucking, happy gaming, and see you next time. Goodbye.